What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another lit ass video. You already know it's the girl Nina back at it again. Period. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be me reacting to a couple videos that I found online. While I'm looking at the videos, I am going to be, you know, smashing down on a couple things. This is going to be a little twist on me. You know, I'm not, doing the normal reaction. I'm going to be doing a little mukbang, whatever you want to call it. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you keep sharing and keep reposting because I see it and I appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? Okay.
Are you serious? Who did something this time? We're gonna destroy it, guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I know this little setup is a little weird. I'm a little, whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry for a little setup. It's kind of weird or whatever, but I'm comfortable, so whatever. But I live for this pony. And getting into this food though, huh?
It's just not right. Something's out of place.
Okay, so
She should never can't.
meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and a pagoda egg roll. It's so good, y'all. Listen, I'm not gonna be one of those little bougie, I'm not, no. We finna react to this video. And it's gonna be lit. It's lit. The videos that we are gonna be reacting to, there's a few videos that I found on YouTube. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was in the mood for some scary stuff, so I was like,
I really fear for Dylan's safety.
let's go ahead and, film. I know it's bright outside, and
if it's gonna be a low low hike or if it's gonna turn out to be an all out.
TV's tripping. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna have this. Let's do it like this. So, there was a few videos that I found online, and I'm the kind of person that likes to watch like scary animated stuff. I don't know what it is about like scary anime, anything, I'm all over it. So I found a few videos online that looked pretty interesting. I might have to admit it. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of pausing because when I'm watching something, I just, I want to get into it. I don't want to be interrupted by anything or anybody, and I'm certainly not gonna interrupt y'all. So yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoy this video, and like I said at the beginning of this video, if you do, just like the video, subscribe, share, be nice. All right, first video.
I was 13 when this happened. My parents left on a business trip to LA, so I had to stay home. My dad gave me his card so that I could order whatever I needed, so I kinda enjoyed being alone. And I wasn't scared because I've been home alone so many times, and besides, it was only for 3 days. Well, this was around the time the clowns were breaking into houses and doing some weird stuff. But they never came to my area since they usually hit more quiet places, especially the area near a forest. Although we had a fence that could easily allow someone to climb over, we didn't really think much about it because the area where we lived in was very safe. Anyway, it was around 6 p.m. and this was in the winter, so it got dark pretty fast. We had a glass room at the back of the house, also known as a conservatory, and it leads straight to the garden. The room was right next to the kitchen. I got a little hungry, so I went to the fridge, took out some snacks, and went back to the living room to continue watching TV. There was a roof on the glass room that intensified any sound that landed on top of it, even the gentlest drop of water. That day, it was raining heavily, so it was too noisy to hear anything except the rainfalls pounding on the roof. About a few minutes later, I was quite sleepy, so I decided to go up to my room and lay down. I was about to grab my phone and check my social media, but then I heard something drop really hard on something downstairs. It really creeped me out. I got really scared, but decided to go downstairs to check, thinking that it would be nothing. So I came out of my room, went halfway down the staircase, and looked down the hallway. The whole area was dark, but I knew that someone was standing there. I saw...
I'm sorry. Bye. Yo, I don't know about you guys, and I know I said I wouldn't interrupt. I'm not a fan of clowns at all. I just can't. I can't fathom the thought of a man or a thing just maniacally laughing in my face with big ass feet and balloons. It just doesn't work for me at all.
I saw the back of a silhouette. I quickly went to my room, trying not to make any noise. Then I heard someone walking around the living room. I immediately called the police and whispered to the operator that I needed help ASAP. But all of a sudden, I had a sneezing fit. I was so panicked at that moment, so I instantly ran to the bathroom since it was the only room with a lock. As I was reaching the bathroom, he sprinted up the stairs so fast. I locked the door and tried not to cry. The man tried to open the door. He kept turning the doorknob. The bathroom had a small blurry window, but I was able to see outside. So, just then, I got a glimpse of what was at the door. It was a clown, with green hair and without a nose. He was wearing a very weird outfit.
Crap. Bro, I wasn't expecting that. Do you see that? Do you see that? You see that face? That is why I'm afraid of clowns.
Holding a gigantic knife. I had no other choice, so I quickly hopped inside the bath, opened the big window, and jumped out. I slid off the big roof and fell on the concrete. I couldn't even feel my injury because I was so scared. As I was about to hop on the fence, I heard the cops. They entered our house, and after that, they arrested and cuffed him. When he walked past me, I was so scared and my body was shivering. But I was glad that it was over. The police contacted my parents, so they came back home in a hurry. I would see them again, and I knew that I was safe now. From then on, I never stayed at home alone, and that clown guy was in prison for several years for scaring kids and for possible murder.
So, before we move on to the next video, let's get into this egg roll though. You ready? ASMR style.
This happened when I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school. It was the middle of the week, and my friends and I were chatting online about wanting to do something new and fun over the weekend. We usually just went to the movies, went to the mall, or got dinner, and I thought we should try something different. The next day, I was in the computer lab for one of my classes, and I had some time to kill because I finished my assignment early. Keep in mind, Snapchat and Instagram were just starting up and didn't have the same kind of popularity as it has today. So the only thing we really had at the time was Facebook. However, my school was strict and blocked Facebook, so the only thing I could really do was read articles on news websites. While searching and scrolling through the internet, an article showed up. It was about an interview with a man who was discussing the truth of paranormal activity around the area I grew up in. Intrigued, I read the article and looked up the places the guy was talking about. And sure enough, I found a bunch of things. One place in particular caught my eye. It was a place about 20 minutes away from where I lived. It was known to have multiple paranormal occurrences happen on the exact same road. As soon as class ended, I texted my friends about what I found, and we all agreed on going and seeing what this road was all about Friday night. Friday night finally arrived. It was me and 4 of my friends. Right before we entered the location, I parked my car and had my friend drive, because we believed that if a guy drove, not much would happen.
I am Claire, your Orbit driver.
I am Carly.
So
YouTube, listen. I can't with the ads. I can't.
So she drove my car while I was sitting in the passenger seat. While switching seats, my other friends put baby powder on the top of my car because one of my other friends read that it helps people see when ghosts touch or brush your car. It started to drizzle a bit, which bummed us out because the baby powder would be washed away. As we were driving my car, we turned off the radio to make it more suspenseful. All of a sudden, we heard someone from a distance scream bloody murder. At that moment, I heard the sound of a car door trying to be opened, as if someone was aggressively trying to get into my car. After that, we saw a police car driving so fast with the sirens on, as if they were chasing someone on a major highway. The problem with that was the road was paper thin and had tons of sharp turns, so you couldn't go that fast without crashing into another car. Plus, the car didn't have any of the county police or trooper tags from the area I lived in. I knew that because my dad was a cop, and I saw all kinds of different cop tags in my lifetime. I was freaked out that those two things just occurred. We were all freaked out and drove to the nearest parking lot so that we could calm down. As we got out of the car, one of my friends started to freak out even more. The baby powder on the roof of my car was smeared, and it was all over my passenger seat side door. What was even more creepy was the fact that there were finger marks all over the door. Now, this wouldn't normally creep me out, but we were driving the entire time, and we all made sure not to touch the doors when entering the car. The strangest part was that the finger marks had no fingerprints, but were clearly shaped like a hand. It was as if someone was trying to reach for the door handle. Not only that, but we also noticed that there were fingernail claw marks on my door handle. This freaked me out because earlier I heard someone violently trying to open my door. In the next few days, we told everyone, both online and in person, about that night and how it freaked us all out. Then someone sent me a link
Get off my car.
and all the activity that occurred on it. But it wasn't the one I originally read. It was a different one. As I was reading the website, I started to notice that all the things mentioned also happened to me the same exact way that night. But what freaks me out the most to this day is thinking about what would have happened if I didn't have my door locked. Would the door have opened up?
And sometimes I think, do I really want to do this?
Why do they do that to me? Why? Just curious. Next video.
A few days ago, I went to a Macy's store with my mother and son to go check out some jewelry. While my mom was checking out jewelry, I noticed an old man around his 50s come near us. He was about 8 feet from us. At first, I thought he was just a random customer checking something out for his lady or something. Then, from the corner of my eye, I noticed he was just standing there without moving and looking at us. It made me feel uncomfortable, so I turned around, moving the stroller, which my toddler was in, because I didn't want him looking at my baby. I turned my eyes to look at him again, and I could see that he was just staring at me with a creepy look. He was staring at me and my baby. Then, all of a sudden, he grinned widely at us. The weirdest thing about him was that he was wearing women's shoes and a scarf, and also holding a dress in his hand. He opened his mouth and tried to say something. I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I could read his lips. I like you. I like your baby. I just thought the man was a weirdo. And then my mom also noticed that he...
I don't play. I do not play when it comes to my kid. At all. First of all. Second of all, I'm black. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna scream. I'm gonna beat your ass. Point blank period. Try it.
was odd and creepy. He saw that my mom was glaring at him, so he walked away. But then he appeared on the opposite side of us and started staring at me again. This time, he pulled his phone out and made it seem like he was about to take a picture. He was staring at us and his eyes opened widely. He was smiling like a crazy psychopath. That was enough. I wanted to go up to him and tell him to get away from us, but I had my boy with me and didn't want anything to happen, so I chose to just get out of there. I told a lady who was working there what happened. She said that she would go take a look at him. A few minutes later, she came back and told us that he was a customer who has been reported before by other people. My mom asked, "Why hasn't he been kicked out then?" The lady said, "Well, because he hasn't threatened or hurt anyone, so the store doesn't have a good enough reason to kick him out." My mom and I were pissed off because obviously the man is just there to harass people. The lady then told us that he said something creepy to her and also made her uncomfortable. She told us that when she went to go ask him what he was up to, he told her that he went to the store to return a dress. He decided that he didn't like that he bought it for his lady. He told her with a smile, "Yeah, I need to change quickly because she's cold now." My mom and I instantly felt so creeped out, so we just left. What did that mean? Could he have been hiding a dead body back at his place? A few days later, and I feel relieved that the crazy guy didn't harm us. But I'm still wondering what he meant by, "She's..."
Let me show you my food. So, I think I ate a good bit amount. And this video is already getting pretty lengthy. So, oh, wait, I gotta hydrate. That rhymed. I'm fly. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment and let me know anything you guys want to see next. I really do hope you guys enjoy this video because this is something that I kind of want to do often. Like, I want to turn into like a series almost. So yeah, please let me know if you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have all my post notifications turned on so you don't miss anything. And also make sure you follow my social media because I post everything on there, and like, why wouldn't you? I'll see you guys in the next video.